the Owensboro Health Studios here live at 5-1027 The Game, brought to you by Foreman Watson Holtry, FWHlegal.com. We got some special guests here in the Owensboro Health Studios, the Owensboro Catholic 8th grade boys team. We got the Coach Gorman here with us. And Coach, thanks for coming by, man. We always want to highlight the kids in the community at all levels. I feel like middle school football is very healthy in Owensboro, and you had a pretty good season this year.
Yeah, I appreciate you having us, and we've had a great season this year. You know, obviously it's been an unusual year, and so, you know, I commend all the teams, around the state that have had the courage to step up, make the decision to go ahead and play, and it's been great for the kids. It's great for the parents, and so it's been unusual, but it's been a lot of fun. It's been a good year.
Yeah, I've been following along a little bit on social media and just noticed that you guys had a lot of success this season. You got a big game coming up this weekend that we wanted to highlight, regional championship game, taking on Christian Academy of Louisville. Talk about that a little bit, and if anybody out there is listening, especially we got a strong Owensboro Catholic contingent that listens. So tell those Owensboro Catholic fans how they can check you guys out this weekend.
Well, so we're playing in the regional championship, and from here we go to semi-state, and fingers crossed we'll make it into the state game. But obviously we got to get through this battle first. So we're going to play Christian Academy of Louisville. Fortunately, we play here at home over at Steel Stadium, and so really want to encourage everyone to come out and support the future of Catholic high football. Get out there and support our Aces. We play at 1 o'clock at Steel Stadium, and so the more fans we can pack in the stadium, the better advantage that we're going to get.
Absolutely, and I love that the fans can come out and support it. Obviously, social distance, wear your mask and all that, just to keep everybody safe. These young men have worked hard to keep their season together, so come out and support them out there. And talk about Christian Academy of Louisville, you instantly think at the high school level, much like Owensboro Catholic, you know the name instantly. They always have a lot of success, so you expect a pretty good game, I'm sure, coming up on Saturday.
Yeah, we really do. They've got a great legacy. They always put a good team together. This year is no different. You know, it looks like they're a solid team. They're running a spread offense. They got a good quarterback back there, and solid line. They put a lot of pressure on the quarterbacks, and so it's going to be interesting. You know, we've been preparing for them the last couple of weeks, and but I think we've got the willpower to keep driving, to go strong, and make sure we don't give in. But all in all, we've been. I think it's going to be an interesting game. I think it's going to be a great game, and obviously we hope we're going to come out on top.
Yeah, and you got some young men here with you. We'll start with Lucas Gorman. What position, Lucas?
I play quarterback.
Quarterback there, so you drive the bus a little bit now. And talk about the season. You know, what's a favorite memory so far that you made this season? I know it's been a good one for you guys.
Yeah, we've had a really good season. We've went 5-1, and I think that all in all, our defense has done really good and our offense has done really good.
Yeah. Any memories that stand out that your favorite moment so far of this season?
Probably just winning the conference championship.
There you go, and that's a pretty. Championships are always pretty sweet. And as you look ahead to Saturday now, Christian Academy of Louisville. What do you think coming in on Saturday? Tell the Catholic fans why they need to come out and support you guys.
They do bring some pressure on me, but I think as long as our receivers run the routes and our offensive line blocks really well, we'll do.
You got to protect you, right? I mean, you got to catch the balls you're putting out there. You got to protect you, and you'll be good to go. And what's it like, the tradition for Owensboro Catholic, knowing you're going to be playing on future Friday nights. We're going to get to see you soon on Fridays. It'll be right here on 1027 The Game coming up. But, what's it like suiting up for the Aces?
It feels good because we always have a pretty good team, and we always do pretty well. And to win a lot of games, it feels good.
Quarterback factory, I feel like. So you're next in line. We're just looking right at you.
We got a couple of years, but he's trying to earn his time for sure.
Yeah, and it's been that way for you see him come up through the middle school ranks. Have to start somewhere, and you continue that right into high school. And there's been a lot of good ones over there. Is Vince Carrico get you in here next, and tell the folks what position you play, sir.
I play running back and middle linebacker on the defensive side.
Which side of the ball do you prefer? If you can only play one side, you carrying the ball, or you like to deliver the hits out there at the linebacker spot?
I love to deliver hits. I always stay on the strong side.
I love it, man.
Not let anybody get behind me.
I'm a defensive guy myself, so I appreciate the defensive side. And looking back on your season, man, any moments that stand out for you as your favorite moment?
Yeah, so I can't say that conference championship wasn't one of the best, but our first game coming back, beating College View 38-20 after a 500 season last year, that has to be a big moment in my life.
Yeah, and the uncertainty of not knowing whether you're even going to get to play. I'm sure that first game is a big standout. A lot of kids that thought maybe the season was going to be canceled. So I'm sure that it's nice just to be able to get out there and count your blessings every time you step on the field.
Yes, sir, for sure.
Yeah, and so overall this Saturday, what can we expect when you guys take the field?
Yeah, so they have a very athletic quarterback. So as long as we don't let them get outside the pocket and just scramble on us, we'll do pretty good on the defensive side. And offensive side, as long as we keep moving, driving the ball, they won't. I think as long as that happens, I don't think they have an answer.
Success. And I feel like, Coach, you have to be. These kids are maybe regurgitating some things they've heard a little bit. I mean, it sounds a little bit like coach speak. I love it, man. Obviously, they're retaining information.
They are. And,
practice.
and I'll tell you, one of the things that I'm always most proud of our boys is, just the football knowledge, and they understand what's expected. I feel like as coaches, we can only do so much to prepare them, but mentally, they've got to be ready for it. And this class, they've done a great job of being mentally prepared and coming to these games knowing what they need to expect and knowing what they need to execute on it.
Yeah, and the success shows. A very successful season. Stephen Eves, we'll get you in here real quick and tell the folks what position you play.
Play outside linebacker and tackle
On the offensive
side.
line. So, and I'll ask you the same question, just out of curiosity, because I'm always an offensive, defensive guy. Well, what's your favorite position out there?
I love playing outside linebacker.
Yeah, you get to fly around the
Yeah.
outside linebacker spot and deliver the hits. And, you guys have come a long way, I think. I know your mom pretty well, which is crazy to me that you're taller than I am. And we ran around together back in high school, and to see her son is taller than I am, it really makes me feel extra old. But, you guys have came a long way as a group, because we've taken some lumps, like winless season. Isn't that correct?
Yes.
Not too long ago?
Sixth grade year, we had a winless season.
And now to go all the way to conference champs and
Yes.
playing the Cal in a regional title game. Talk about the work you guys have been able to put in between that time to get you where you're at now.
We've just been working all year round, even in the off season. We've been going down to Owensboro CrossFit.
Mm-hmm.
We've all been working down there, and I think that Jay down there has really been helping us a lot.
There you go. And you got to put that work in. It never stops. I mean, I feel like kids these days, all year round athletes, and just trying to hone your craft. And the Aces fans out there, this is an up and coming group. Now, the tradition is strong. If you're an Owensboro Catholic fan, you're listening on Friday nights, you know what to expect. Why don't you come out and tell them why they need to come out on Saturday and support you guys?
Just come out there and watch us win the regional championship, I guess.
Need that motivation.
There
Need to
you
get
go.
loud and help you deliver those hits out
Yeah.
there. And good luck to you guys. Thank you so much for coming by. And Coach, you got a great group here, obviously.
Proud of them.
And anybody y'all want to give a shout out to before you get out of here?
I have to give it to Jay Lineback. He's done so much for our program, and I think he will definitely make a big difference, and it'll really help our high school.
Yeah, so he owns Owensboro CrossFit, and you were asking these boys about the difference between, in a couple of years, the difference that it's made, and there's no doubt they started CrossFit, I think 2 weeks after the season ended last year, and this class, I believe, I've been there almost 10 years now, and Coach Harvey's been there 22 years. I think this is probably the most overall athletic class we've seen, and we absolutely owe a lot of that to Owensboro CrossFit and what Coach Jay's been able to do with these young men. To prepare them mentally and physically, and especially with the year we've had, where a lot of people could have been sitting around, playing Xbox,
Sure.
for 6 months, and so many of our boys were still out there putting the work in, and so just really appreciative of everything they've done. And I think it's really going to shape the future of Catholic football.
Yeah, talk about, before we get you out of here, talk about what that's like as you set the foundation. And, Catholic, the proof's in the pudding for what they do at the high school level, but that's not possible without the foundation you guys are laying at the middle school level. Talk about how important that is just to have those programs on the same page.
Well, I think it is absolutely invaluable. And, I talk about it all the time. There are programs around the state that would love to have what we have, and that, these kids come in 6th and 7th grade, and they start learning our system and they start learning what we do. And you talk about having that quarterback factory, and this young man's been around practices since he was 4 years old, and knew that he wanted to wear the green and white. And these other young men with us the same way. They know, they start to learn what we're playing. They start to understand what that offense is. So whenever they get into high school, they already know terminology. They already understand the concepts. And I think that makes a big difference in allowing the high school to really help take them to the next level instead of having to start over with every freshman class. And, we at the middle school, we don't get a whole lot of recognition for it, nor do we need it. We tell the kids every year, our goal for you is to win state and high school. That's what we want. And so we aren't super concerned about your record. We want you to win whenever you play hard enough to win. We want you to accept losses when somebody played better than you. We want you to win state and high school. So that's our goal for these young men.
Doesn't get much better than that. And Lucas, I keep coming up with questions as you speak, but you see guys like RZ3, and you see guys like Drew Hartz and Will Warren that was before you. As a young man growing up around that winning culture and those types of, that's got to push you even harder, in practice in the back of your mind. You've seen those guys come before you that laid the foundation. I'm sure those guys are heavy influences on you.
Yeah, they are, because they've helped our Owensboro Catholic High School reputation throughout the past 10 years. So
yeah, and you're ready to be the next in line, and those are some pretty good names, no doubt about it. So come out on Saturday, support them 1 o'clock, right? Steel
Yes,
Stadium.
sir. 1 o'clock at Steel Stadium.
Absolutely. These young men and Coach Gorman and company will be in action as they take on Christian Academy of Louisville in the regional championship game. Guys, thanks very much for coming by.
Thank you for having us.
Anything you need, just let us know. We'll get you in here live at 5. We'll take commercial break, get Vic Evans back in here, and finish things up on a Thursday live at 5, 1027 The Game.